What's going on, Sip Sip? How y'all doing this morning? Well, today is Tuesday, and of course, Trump has done enough in the past week that it's like, wow. And I said this before, it's like you couldn't write, the people on Saturday Night Live couldn't write a better script than some of this foolishness that's going on. So last week they spent, him and Hedgehog, Cheeto and Hedgehog spent $6 million bringing over 800 generals to speak to them into one room, to speak to them about moving forward in the military and the Department of War. And so they basically just left these guys speechless in the room, and they spent $6 million to do so, to talk about a bunch of nonsense. You know, one of the biggest things, and that's the news that's going on now, is that Trump said he was telling the generals that y'all should do some of your actions or military exercises in some of these urban cities. Isn't that crazy that the president wants the military to do exercise in urban cities? You know, so that's his bias and his prejudice and his racism just coming to the forefront, because he's not going to do it. He's doing it in cities that are ran by Democratic governors and mayors. So, but that's another story. So here lately, you know, he said that the Insurrection Act, so he's been blocked. He's trying to, you know, he used these fear-mongering words to make people scared and afraid. And so what he does is that he makes people that look like him afraid and scared, and so he, to justify his actions, because he's not a president that can come to the table and bring people together in unity under one common ground to represent their constituents and to get, you know, laws and actions and things passed that will benefit the people collectively. Even though we may not agree whether you're on the left or the right, you know, a president should be able to bring people together to talk about a common ground. But see, he doesn't have that. He has this baby, spoiled, rotten, king, dictatorship mentality. So he's not bringing anybody to the table. You know, only thing he does is, hey, I'm gonna have my way, I'm gonna have my way, or I'm gonna penalize you and beat you up, you know, because I have the upper hand. So that's his tactic. That's been his tactic. That's his tactic now. That's what Project 2025 is about. You know, so now he can't go into Portland, into Oregon, and so the judge blocked him. And the crazy part is, this one of the judges that he blocked, that he appointed, blocked his action. So now and then, you know, Hot Wheels here in Texas, you know, Governor Hot Wheels, you know, he used to be somewhere spinning around in a circle, running, getting his arms in shape. But he's over here kissing Trump's ass and saying, well, guess what? If the government won't allow you, or she's blocking you, I'll give you 400 of my troops, the Texas National Guard, to go in Oregon, so you can do what you want to do with my guys. And I think 200 of them already got on the plane yesterday going. And so now what the news is this morning is that he's saying that he's gonna, if he can't do it, or they want to block him, the governors and the mayors want to block him, he's just gonna go around them by exercising the Insurrection Act, which means that the president can take action if life and liberty are at stake. And there's, you know, the last time they used it, I think, was in 1992 when they had the LA riots. They used it just to send the troops out there to help and protect. Damn, and tore up his whole car. But that's the type of stuff that he does. He can't come together. The government is shut down. It's going in this second week. You know, flights are being delayed. Why? Because essential workers are calling off. You know, air traffic controllers are considered essential workers. So they have to work just like the military. They have to work without a paycheck. So what they're doing is they're exercising their paid time off. And they're like, fuck it, I'm not coming to work. So now airports are seeing delays. You know, it's crazy how Congress and the Senate still get paid when the government is shut down. The government is shut down essential workers. Do you think that carpenters and woodwork, plumbers and electricians are essential workers? But guess what? They still working on the White House ballroom. Who the fuck gives a damn about a ballroom? You understand what I'm saying? And the government is shut down. People are losing their Medicare, Medicaid benefits. They can't. I forget what state it was. They are not doing the virtual doctor's visits anymore in certain states because people are losing their health care insurance and the funding dried up. But this is the kind of nonsense, you know. And then he says that, will you come together? Because the Democrats on one side want to keep some of the tax credits that the Obama, you know, put in place to allow people for affordable health care and to keep their premiums under $700. So I think it said 15 million people will lose their health coverage and health insurance, and 10 million of these people will be uninsurable, meaning that your shit is so bad that we just like, it's almost like having a car, you know, and you take it to the insurance company and you say, well, hey, and the guy says, hey, what are you here for? Oh, I want to get some insurance. What kind of car you got? Hey, it's outside. Then they walk outside and they look at their car and they're like, nah, bro, you can't get insurance on this. That's 10 million of those people are going to be in that situation. You know, and he said this morning that, you know, when they asked him on the news report, you know, in one of the briefings, he's sitting at the desk in the Oval Office saying, oh yeah, I'll come to the table and bargain with Democrats, you know, sounding like that or just saying some stupid shit because that's what he does. But then he tweeted last night, no, we're not coming to the table. You give me what I want, baby, king, dictator, spoiled kid. You give me what I want and then I'll come to the table. How crazy is that? That's not a negotiation, partner. I'm going to give you what you want. I have the bargaining chips right here, like you told Zelensky. You don't have any cards, partner. Yeah, you don't have no cards. So you going to tell me I have all the cards. So you telling me give you all my cards to get what you want so you can have your way, and then you're going to come back to the table with me and bargain with me later on? How crazy is that? Do you really think this man ain't kept his word since he done been in office? He ain't kept his word or did what he said he was going to do since he been in office. But that's what y'all voted for. Yo, those of you that voted for him, that's what you voted for. And then they have the nerve, you know, and this is what's really crazy, is that they're bringing back those 3 letters. Oh, well, it still is 3 letters. Instead of beginning with K, now it starts with I. So they have commercials so you can join this other organization. So we'll have another video talking about that, but I just want y'all to have a great day. We all have to live under Cheeto. It's stupid, but every day is something different. The shit is crazy. But you got to pay attention because he's still doing this, the shotgun effect. He's throwing out all this stupid shit while he's stealing stuff over here. It's like a magic trick. But hey, y'all stay aware, y'all stay up, keep your head on the swivel at all times. Cause shit out here is getting crazy. I'm telling you, sip, sip.